All right. Step number 8 of the home selling process. So this is step number 8. If you've missed any of the previous 7 videos, you can check those out in the description below. Again, my name is Daniel Frankson, your Atlanta real estate resource, available 7 days a week. Always happy to help or talk about anything as it pertains to real estate. So in the home selling process, step number 8. Now that we've gone past the inspection, one of the things that a buyer is going to have done is the bank's going to have an appraiser come out and assess. So obviously, when it comes to appraisals, a couple things can happen. The appraiser can come back in line with the purchase price or the contract price. It can come back above the contract price. Bear in mind that you may not necessarily know that information as a seller, but as long as the appraisal comes in good, it means that it's either at the purchase price or slightly above, meaning that there are no appraisal issues. The main thing that you have to be concerned about as a seller in this particular step is if the appraisal comes in low. Right? So let's just say hypothetically you've listed your house for $500,000 and the appraisal comes in at $480,000. The buyer's lender is not going to lend them the $500,000 or guarantee a loan for $500,000 for a home that an appraiser said is not worth $500,000. So now we have some questions to ask. We have some work to do. Maybe after we analyze and assess the appraisal report, maybe we feel like there are 1 or 2 comps that the appraiser didn't consider that we think that they should consider, and maybe we'd seek to challenge that to see if that helps to bring the value up a bit. But at the end of the day, ultimately, if it doesn't appraise and the appraiser won't budge on the value, this does open the door for the buyer to terminate the deal. And if they have an appraisal contingency in their contract, it would allow them to terminate without penalty. So really, we want to see at this point in time, is that gap significant enough where there's just no deal to be had? Do we feel like we'll have better luck if we go back out on the market? We also want to determine what loan type did they use. If it's an FHA or a VA loan, if it's a low appraisal, that's going to stick to the property a certain period of time. So it would prevent you from looking at any of those loan types out on the market for the foreseeable future. So there are a number of factors to kind of keep in mind here, but it's also a critical step in the process and important to have somebody that's navigated through these things a number of times. Myself, professionally, when it comes to the appraisal process, because I know that appraiser 1 and appraiser 2 can have vastly different ideas about how, what the value should be, I try and make it a habit on my end to be present when possible when the appraiser is there, or at a minimum have a discussion with the appraiser prior to them going out if they're open to it, so that I can share the comps that we used when we determine the price and to answer any questions that they may have about the property, things that would be helpful for them to know. So I try and be as interactive as possible, as is allowed within the guidelines of the license law. But appraisals, very important step. A lot of things that you and I will talk about in more detail when that time comes, but something to bear in mind. Now, if we get through this particular phase of things, it's smooth sailing from there. So check out video number 9 and we'll detail the last step in the home selling process and make our way to the closing table. All right. So again, like, share, subscribe, notification bell. Daniel Frankson here 7 days a week, 365. Don't hesitate. Feel free to contact me at any time and we can chat some more. All right. Talk to you guys in a bit.